Rohit Jain. Yes. Venugopal 2. Yeah, can you raise your hand? There is an option to raise your hand, right? Just click on that. Yeah, Rohit Jain. And from these two members, is there anyone new? Just raise your hand so that I can understand and I can help you out on that. Okay, Maya Chavan, third one, 3. So total 3 members. Okay, guys. These 3 members who are attending for the first class, guys, one, please take the recordings. So the admin is going to share you the recordings. Okay. Please go to data science. In our first class, we have seen what is the data science and what is about this data science internship. And in the second class, we have discussed clearly what is this internship program and what it is going to consist of and how it is going to develop and everything. And yesterday only we have started into the content that is with respect to the Python class. That is how to install the Python and working on the Python. Install what is Python and Python installation we have seen in the third class. And in the last class, that is yesterday's class, we have covered with respect to the introduction to Python and variables, comments, something like this related to Python, the basic part. So please take the recordings from the admin and go through the notes of these 2 classes. And if you are having any questions on this particular internship program, you can stay and we can discuss at the end. How the questions related to internship, what are the questions you are having, these 3 members related to internship or data science, whatever the questions you are having, this I can take at the end. Related to subject, whatever the subject related questions are there, please go through the recordings and make sure. Okay. And all these things, whatever the classes we have completed, everything will be uploaded in the drive. As the same drive, I'm going to upload. Yesterday, I have forgot to upload the notes. Just after this class, immediately I'm going to upload. Okay. Is that clear? Yeah. So in the last class, we have seen the what is comments, how to write the comments in Python, that is single line comment or multi-line comments. We have seen the how to assign the variable, and we have seen the fundamental data types. Fundamental data types like int, us. So what is meant by string means string is nothing but which is having the value which is without decimal. The value without decimal, the numeric value without decimal is called as int. And the value without the numerical value with a decimal is called as float. And if it is considering the imaginary part, then it is called as complex. And if it is true or false, only either true or false, then it is called as Boolean. If it is in the text format, then it is called as string. So these are the things covered till this part we have covered in the last class. Now in today's class, we are going to see the string operations. So in today's class, we are going to have the string operations. I'm going to take as a markdown and I'm going to write the heading as string. Okay. So in the string operations, we are going to work on the string operations like first, let us take for the strings. The string is nothing but text. So here the text I'm going to consider as HELL space 2, something like this. Okay. Or for example, let us go with a simple example, HELLO. I'm going to take HELLO. Now, whatever the HELLO is there, it is going to create an object. The string object will be created where it is going to have HELLO. It is going to create in this way. So the S is equal to hello. The hello will be placed in the object called as S. And it is going to be stored in this way of HELLO, right? Now we are having with respect to here the index numbers of 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the Python index starts from 0. The Python indexing starts from 0. Having the negative indexing also, that is -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Both positive indexing is possible, at the same time negative indexing. Okay, sir, what is this? Is, for example, this object is a building type. Let us assume this is a building. In this building, these are the rooms. In each room, each alphabet is stored, each character is stored. String means, what is meant by string means, string is consist of multiple characters. String is called as a set of multiple characters is called as string. Now this same string is going to be stored in this way. Sir, why it is going to store in this way? Whereas a normal int, like if you write a is equal to 10, these are called as, whatever we are writing here, these are called as index numbers. These are called as index numbers. Index numbers means which we are having with respect to indexing starts from 0 to till the last number, and -1 to -5. Right? Now, whenever you want to extract an element using the index, you are going to use the syntax. In the Python, the syntax is variable name. You have to write the variable name, and in the bracket, you have to take that to square bracket only. The square bracket indicates that it is the index number. If you go with a normal bracket, it is going to throw an error. Okay, so you have to take only the square brackets. The square brackets indicates that you are working on the index number. Means whatever the number you are writing inside this, it will be considered as the index number. So here I'm going to take the variable name is s. In s of 0, what is in the s of 0? In the 0, what is there? What is the value? It is in the 0 means h is the value. So it is going to print the h. Similarly, in the x of -5, what is there in the -5? It is going to give me the value within the -5. Similarly, s of if you take 4 plus 4 up to +4, it is going to give me the O. So like this, you can access a single characters. Single characters you can access by using like this. If you want to get the multiple characters also, we'll be seeing. Just first we'll continue the single character and followed by multiple characters. So how to access a single character means by writing the single number. Sir, if you have written from 0 to 4, if you have written any positive number means it will work. If you have written the -1 to -5 also, it is going to work. For example, I have taken the positive number of 6. What is there inside the 6 index number? Positive index number 6, what is there? It is going to check. Since there is no value, it is going to throw an error, that index error. This is a new error. Earlier we have seen in the last class syntax error. Syntax error means it is not following as per the Python syntax. That is the meaning of syntax error. Next, we have seen the name error. Name error means with that name variable is not assigned. Means there is no variable name having the value of that particular thing. Now, next we are going with respect to index error. Now, what is meant by index error means that particular index is not available. 6 index is not available. That is the meaning of index error. Right? Is that clear, guys? How to access a single index? The same index will be in the list also, that is advanced, in the NumPy also, in the pandas also, in the machine learning also. Everywhere the same indexing number will be there. That is the reason we have to clearly focus on the index number. Okay, is the index number is clear? How to access a single element. Now we have discussed only how to access a single element only. Is that clear? How to get the single element? Any questions? Is that clear, guys? Now, next one called as slicing. Slicing means from which part to which part. Means whenever you want to extract the multiple values. If you want to extract multiple values, you are going to use concept called as slicing. By using the slicing, we are going to work with respect to these multiple values. So here, what is the syntax? How the syntax is given is, you have to write the variable name. Okay, the syntax, let us write very clearly, because it is one of the important one. The same thing we'll be seeing in the list and tuple and further with NumPy, Pandas, all these advanced libraries, machine learning, all the things we are going to apply the same concept. So just focus very clearly. The syntax. Syntax is first you have to write the variable name and you have to open the square bracket. In the square bracket, you have to take the colon. Before the colon, this is the starting index number. Starting index number. And next one is end index number. And after one more colon, you are going to keep one more colon. This colon indicates increment or decrement. Increment or decrement. So here, this is the syntax of slicing. For slicing, this is the syntax. Okay. If you want, you can write as a notes. You can take it as a notes and you can take it as a heading of slicing. In the slicing, the syntax, what is the syntax for slicing means you can write like this. Syntax for slicing is first variable name. You are going to take the variable name. Whatever the variable name you have assigned, the variable name. Starting value. Start value, if you have not given any start value. Default, you write as default value. Default value for start. For start, the default value is equal to 0. If you do, it is going to consider as 0. Default value for last one, that is end index. For the end is equal to all, means everything. The default value means all, everything you consider. Third one, default value for increment or decrement. Increment or decrement is +1. Is +1. Okay. So here you have to understand these things. What is this? Let us understand very clearly one by one. One after one. Let us start. You are going to take the variable name. Yes. Write the variable name. Yes. In bracket 1:4. After that, if you don't use the second colon, if you don't use the second colon, the default value of increment is +1. What is the meaning of +1? Means with the starting value 1, you add +1 for that. That is 2. +1 for that 3. +1 for that 4. +1. So what is there in the index position 1? In the index position 1 is H is there, E is there, L is there. And till you have to take the last one should not be included. The last end is not included. The end value is not included. So you are going to get HEL only. You are going to get in the 1. What is in the 1 position? That is ELL. That you are going to get as ELL. Is that clear? Now, if the first position, okay. So the first position with respect to ELL. So here you are going to consider till end -1. The end index is not included till the end -1. So here, while writing the syntax itself, you write the start index is included. The start index is included. But whereas end index should not be included, that is excluded. The end one number should be excluded. That is the meaning. So 1 to 4 means 1 to 3 only. So 1, 2, 3. That is ELL. Now, if you go with respect to next one, like 0 to 4 or 0 to 5, something like this, then what is there? So HELLO, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. 0 to 5 means what is the meaning of 0 to 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last one should not be excluded. Means the meaning is 0 to 4. In the 0th position, H is there. In one position, L is there. HELLO. You are going to get like this. And you are going to write the hello. Is that clear? The last, if for example, first position you have not written, the value you have not written. What if you have not written anything means the default value will be taken as 0. If you don't write also, it will take as 0. If you don't write the second position, you have written the first position, but second position you have not written, then it is going to consider as everything, all, every value from the starting to every value. The first position, 1 to all means, the meaning of 1 to all means from 1, everything. If they don't write the second value means everything. If you don't write the first value means 0. Okay. So here, if I write the value of 1 to 5 means 1 to 4. If you write from 1 to 3, what is the meaning of 1 to 3 means 1 to 2 only. So whatever you are going to write here, just it is going to calculate that one and it is going to extract. Now, sir, if I want to increase, like first I want to collect the 0, after that 2 and again 4. So I want from 2, this time I want increment of 2. Then you are going to write the increment very clearly. Then it is what it is going to do is, first it is going to do like this. First 0 will be considered, for which 2 will be added. If you have not written this one, by default plus 1 will be added. Since you have written this one, so 2 will be added. That is 2, 4 will be included. So 0, 2, 4. That is HLO. This will be printed for us. Is that clear? If there is a pattern, means you are going to use the slicing operation. Sir, I want 0, 1 and 4. In between 2 and 3, I don't want. I want like this. Then what I have to do? Those things we have to write our own program and write directly in this. That you have to write on your own program. That will be explained when we understand the loops concept. Now, here in this case, we can have only the slicing is applicable when you are having a pattern between them. There is a pattern, either increasing pattern or decreasing pattern. Some pattern is available. At that time only it is going to work. H and E, you are going to get H and E. Where this last number also should not be included, this one also not will be included. Whereas, sir, if you're asking like this, first I want 2, sir, 2 to minus 5. Is that possible, miss? From 2 to minus 5. If you give the increment of minus 1, it is possible. If you give a positive increment, how it is possible? Is that clear? Just apply the logic that when we are going from 0 to 5, first 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive increment is possible. Now from 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like this, negative increment you have given, decrement you have given. Can you get 5 value? Till you continue also, you will get the 5 value. Never you will get the 5 value, right? Then it is not possible. So which is possible and which is not possible means, if you are having the alphabets either in this direction is possible, or if you are having the in this direction is possible. Both of them is not possible. And here Bhargavi is asking the why index starts with 0. The Python was created. In the Python, it was created by using the index as 0. Okay. Now, reverse. You want the reverse of this string. How to get the reverse of the string means, you have to take the O as the initial letter. That is minus 1. You have to start from minus 1 to everything. That is in this direction, everything with a decrement order. Then you are going to get everything in the reverse direction. So just take the reverse direction starting from this point. So first what it is going to do, starting point will be taken. For this, minus 1 will be added. That is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Here you have not given any number. So it is going to take all the numbers till whatever the numbers are there. So in the minus 1, what is there? O is there. L, L, E, H. So it is printing O, L, L, E, H. Is that clear? That is with respect to the slicing. Next one is Python input. Python input is nothing but you are going to consider the Python, that is input values. So what is this input means? Here you are asking the user to enter the value. Instead of directly assigning like this, A is equal to 20. Who told you this 20? You are writing the 20. You ask the user to enter the value. So what is meant by input function means asking the user to enter his value. So want to take the input from the user means we are going to use the input function. Okay. So if you want to consider that, so for example, if you write input of this function, it is going to print a rectangular box like this. Now, whatever you are going to enter here. So for example, you have entered like Siva, something you have entered like this. Now it is going to consider the Siva. Whatever you have entered, it is going to consider. For example, here I am entering my age as 22, assume, example. Okay, my age is not 22, example. So now 22 just you are entering. So it is going to consider as a 22 only. So whatever you are entering, it is going to consider the same value. So if you give the numeric means numeric, if you give me string, whatever, something you have written like this, whatever you have written is going to consider. Okay. So whatever you write in that, it is going to consider as it is. So that is taking the things from the user. Right? So here I'm going to consider from the user 54 something. Now, sir, actually in the input you have to write the name, sir. But where you have told me that, sir, then you have to use this one. In input, write the word of enter your name. Then what it happens means whatever you have written here, it will print for me as it is. Okay, enter your name. Okay, it is asking my name. Okay, let us enter my name. My name is SRK. I'm going to enter like this. Now, since you have written this one, whatever you have written inside, before the rectangular box, it is going to print as it is. If you don't write anything, miss, it is going to give an empty rectangular box. If you have written something like this, miss, before the rectangular box, see, once again, I'm executing, and you are writing here, since whatever here you have written here, the entire thing, enter your name, colon, the same thing will be printed here as it is. So whatever you have written here, entire things will be printed here. And what based on this, I'll understand, oh, this person is asking to enter my name and I'm going to enter my name like this. And after writing this one in this rectangular box, you have to simply use enter button. Just click on the enter button. Don't click on the shift enter. Don't enter on the shift enter or don't click on this one. After writing here the value, just whatever the value you are writing here, for example, SIVA, Siva, just click on the enter. Simple. Now, input, enter the name, and you are storing that value in the A variable. Now, what is meant by this means, what is the difference between above and below? Means, in this case, just it is asking, but it is not storing. Siva is not stored. Whereas, this one, I'm going to write Siva, but this Siva now is going to be stored in the variable A. SIVA Siva will be stored in the variable A like this. And it is going to create an object of SIVA. Like this, it is going to create an object with the name of A. So when I have given the variable name, then only it is going to save that one. If I don't give miss, it is not going to save. In this case, just it is asking and I'm writing and it is printing. It is just printing. But I'm not asking to save. Whereas whenever you are using the word of is equal to only, then only it is going to save. Right? Next one. In the input function, whatever you enter in the rectangular box, everything will be considered by default string only. By default, everything is string. By default, it is going to consider as a string variable. So that is A is equal to input of enter your name. If you are asking like this, by default, it is going to consider the, if I ask what is the type of M is, type of, it is string. Sir, okay. It's Siva means string. Everyone knows. Enter your name. My name is 22. My name is 22. I have entered like this. Then how it is going to store? Still, if you ask what is the A means, if you ask print A, if you ask what is the A means, it is going to show the string of A. String of A. So if you ask what is the type of variable A, once again means it is going to say it is a string. Still it is showing as a string only. Though I have entered the number 22 also, still it is considered as a string only. What is the meaning of that means? In the Python, the input function was designed in such a way, the input function consists of string. By default, it is a string variable. Whatever the value you are entering inside the rectangular box will be considered as the string only. Okay. Next, if you want to convert, we are having an option called as typecasting. Typecasting is nothing but converting from one data type to another data type. Converting from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. Just you are going to convert. Sir, how I am going to convert? Let us take like this. A is equal to string of 22. You are having like this, string of 22. Now, this string of 22 will be converted by int. You want to convert to int, na? Int of A. Now, what it is going to do is, once you have written like this, int of A is string of 22. It is going to take like this, inverted commas, and it is going to save it as 22. And int of A, if I ask, means it is going to give me as 22. The answer as 22, right? That is called as typecast. Answer is yes and no, both. If it's consists of only numeric, if string consists of only numeric, then it can be converted to int. If whatever the string consists of any one variable apart from string, any one value other than string, any one value, at least one value. For example, S1, 2, something, S is there. If S is one character, one value or one character, if string consists of one character other than numeric, then we can't convert. In that case, we can't convert. Okay. In that case, we can't convert. Numeric means numbers. If the string consists of only numbers like this, if inside that numbers only is available, then you can convert one. If apart from that, is there anything like this? For example, yes, 22 is there. Now, int of A, you ask me, it is going to throw an error. Because how can convert S value? To means I can convert, but how I can convert S value? If you are having some kind of comma 22, how you can convert to comma to value? Yes, variable you can't convert. At the rate of you can't convert. Comma you can't convert. Hash you can't convert. Dollar symbol you can't convert. Like this, we are having special numbers, special characters. Huh? Special characters can be converted. If you are having only the integers or numeric, then you can convert. That is possible. Is that clear? Now here, what you are going to write next one is input of enter your age. If you observe clearly this one, in the Python, first inner bracket will be completed. In the Python, first left side part followed by right side part. Within the left side also, if you are having multiple brackets like this, inner bracket will be completed first. In the inner bracket, what is there? Enter your age is there. So it is going to write first like this, enter your age. Followed by, it will come to here, input. Input means a rectangular box. It is going to have like this. After that, it is in the rectangular box, whatever the value you are going to enter. Now it is going to convert this one like this. And after converting, everything converted, now it is going to store in the A. This is the code. So now it is asking enter your age. I'm entering my age as 22. Once I enter the age as 22, int, that is string of 22, will be converted to int of 22, and A is going to store the 22 value. If I ask what is the type of A now, if I ask what is the type of A variable, means it is saying that int variable. It is the int variable because it has been converted to int. So first inner bracket followed by this one, followed by this one. Is that clear? So whenever there is a in the website, we are going to fill the form, right? For example, in the Nareshiti website, you are going to enter, and there in the website you have to fill the form like your name, what is your education, what is your age, years of experience, something you are having like this. Now whatever the things are there, it is connected with the Python. If it is connected with the Python, now this will be considered as the string only. This value will be considered as the string, but this value should be converted to int. So these values will be taken as int of input of enter your age. Similarly, years of experience, that one also will be converted to int of input of enter your years of experience. So it is going to convert in that way. Is that clear? This is called as typecasting. Typecasting means converting from one variable to another variable. Sir, I'm having, for example, a float of, you want to convert float of 2. Float of 2 means nothing but 2.0. Float of 2 means 2.0. That is, you are converting to float. If you want to convert any float to int of 2.999, something like this is there. And this value you have to convert to int means it is going to take, after the decimal values will be deleted, up to 2 only it is going to consider. So 2.999 is equal to almost 3 now, sir. Why it can't consider 3 means here I'm going to use the function called as int. This is going to convert after the decimal, whatever the values are there, it is going to erase and it is going to give the value only. Whereas there is one more function in Python called as round. That function is going to make it as round figure. Each function is having a different importance. If you want to convert like this means use this one. If you want to convert to round figure to 3 means use the round function. So like this, first we are going to learn the things and later we are going to apply the things. Just we are in the basic first and second class only. Yesterday only we have started and today we are in the second class. We are not going to apply now itself. The application part will be the next. Once you understand the basics part, then the application will come into picture. Okay. Is that clear? The strings. Any questions? Strings and input function. If you have any questions, you can please ask me. Anyone? Yeah, guys, please type your questions. So no questions, right? So I'm going to move to the next one. That is next data type, or with respect to advanced data type, which is called as list. Right? In a list is nothing but earlier we have seen the int. Int is nothing but it is going to store the numeric value, but it is going to store only a single value. Means, for example, 1 means 1 only it will store. A is equal to 1 means it can store only one value. It can't store the multiple values. If I want to store 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, if I want to store 4 different values I want to store means int object cannot be stored. The object was designed in such a way where it can store only a single value at a time. It can't store the more than one value. Similarly, the float also same way. It can store only one value at a time. Similarly, with respect to this Boolean also, either it can store only true or false. Apart from that, it can't store. So those objects are designed in such a way. And we are having one more object called as list. This list can store the multiple values. If you want to store the multiple values, you have to select the list. If you want to store a single value, miss, go with int or string or with respect to what are the things, the fundamental data types. If you want to store the multiple values, go with the list. Okay. Advanced data types. Lists are called as advanced data types. Advanced data types are nothing but where it is able to store the multiple values. Okay. So here I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to store the 4 different values. I'm going to consider them as a list of values. And then I'm going to store. Object is there. Why we need list? Means the object only, the type of object. See, for example, house is there. What are the different types of houses are there? You want to construct a house. What are the different options you are having? You can construct as an apartment. You can construct as a duplex house. You can construct as a independent house. You can construct as a like a group house. Everything is house only, right? House is nothing but called as object. Type of this is called as data type. Row house, exactly. In the US, we are having row houses, right? So now which one? Which one you are going to select? This is called as types. The types are nothing but, in our case, data types. Data types are nothing but which type of storage is there, na? That type of storage it is explaining. The list is also an object where this list object is created in such a way. This object was created in such a way. In this, multiple values can be stored. This object was designed in such a way. Whereas int object is designed, it can store only one value. Is that clear? So list is an ordered sequence of items. It is an ordered sequence of items. Ordered sequence of items means whatever the order you are going to keep, it is going to preserve the same order. Means the object, whatever the object is going to create, it is going to keep in the same order. There is one more object, it will not keep in the order. If you want to keep them in order means you have to select list. If you don't want to keep them in order means there is one more data type. Each data type is having their own advantages, at the same time their own applications. As per the choice and whatever the requirement, according to that we are going to take. Right? Whichever is required, that we are going to apply. In which case, which we are going to apply, it is purely based upon the case, based upon the application. Right? Now, for example, here you are having in the narration IT multiple courses are there, multiple things are there. Why you are selecting the data science only? Multiple things are there now. Why you are selecting the data science only? Java is having its own advantage. Java jobs are there. SAP is having its own advantage. Number of jobs are there. And cloud is having their own advantage. Number of jobs are there. Selenium is having with number of jobs. But all the things you have not considered. Why you are considering only data science? The reason behind that is because it is having the good opportunities. More opportunities when compared to others, the more opportunities are within the data science. Reason number one. Reason number two is we are interested in data science. When compared to others, we're not able to understand others. Like, for example, if you ask me like any other programming like Java, I can't understand. Because I'm not interested as a programmer. I'm interested as an analyst. I want to analyze, not as a programming. I don't want to sit as in front of computer and write the code for the same output. I'm not interested in that type of job. I'll be frustrated. Right? So that is the reason. So how you are going to select of your choice? The same way, based upon if the present data science is in booming, so you are selecting the data science course. Let us assume in the data science, none of the jobs are there. No job is there. Still you will select, huh? You will not select, right? So that is nothing but based upon the present scenario. In the present scenario, data science is booming and it is having a good opportunities. You are using this one. If there is no opportunities of data science, means whichever is booming in 2022, that one we are going to select and we are going to join in that course. Right? It is very simple. Similarly, when we are going to use the list, means when we are able to store the multiple values, select the list. If you are storing a single value, then why list? No need of list. Okay. If you want to store with respect to a single value, then you go with the list only. The fundamental data. When you want to store the multiple values, go with the list. So list is an ordered sequence of item. It is the most used data type in Python, and it is the very flexible one. It is the most flexible one. All the items in the list do not be the same type. So one can be int, one can be float, and one can be string. Anything can be there. And declaring a list is nothing but whatever the values you are having, in between them, you have to select the comma. You have to take it as comma. By writing the comma between them, you are going to take it as a list of values. How we are going to declare the list means first value, second value, third value, fourth value. Everything you are going to keep in the square brackets. Then it is called as a list object. Here A is equal to 10, 20.5, hello. I have taken 3 different data types. It is not of same data type of 1, 2, 3, 4. Different data types. I have selected the values and I am storing in the variable A. And if I ask what is the type of A, what is the type? Type of A means it is going to say it is a list data type. It is a list type. Is that clear? It is saying as a list because it is storing the multiple values. In the Python, we no need to write the word of like list. List A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Something you no need to write like this. You no need to assign the data type in front. It is a dynamic programming. So for dynamic programming, directly you can select like this. Automatically it will take. Since there is a square brackets, it is considering as a list. If the brackets are not with respect to square brackets, automatically the data type changes. This particular list will be in the square bracket. Right? Now, how to access an element? If you want to get any single element, you are going to use A of 2. What is there in the A of 2? That is 0, 1, 2. In the second position, what is there? Hello is there. So it is going to give me the hello. Right? Now, if you want to apply the slicing, that is from 0 to 2, like you are going to take 0 to 2. Something you have selected like this. What is the meaning of 0 to 2 means 0, 1 only. 2 should not be included. So 0 and 1. What is there in the 0 and 1? 10, 20.5. You are going to get a list of 10, 20.5. So here you are going to get a list of 10, 25 because you are using the slicing. If you are using a single value means you can select as a single value. Here you are going to use the slicing. Right? Now, A of 2 is hello. Okay, hello. Now, this I am going to store in the variable called as B. Some value B. B is equal to, that is A of 2, which is nothing but hello. Now, what is there inside the B is, which is hello. Now, what is inside the B of 2? Anyone? B of 2? That is 0, 1, 2, L. You are going to get L like this, right? So B of 2 is going to give me the L value. So here B first, see, let us try in this way. B is equal to A of 2. A of 2 means first it is going to calculate the A of 2. What is there in the A of 2? Hello is there. The hello will be stored in the B. First right side part will be executed, followed by the left side part. First A of 2 will be calculated and hello will be taken, and this hello will be stored in the B. And if you ask what is there inside the B means, it is going to say hello is there inside the B. Now, after this, if you ask now, what is within the B of 2? What is the B of 2 means? That is a string where B of 2 is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 5 letters are there. Whereas index of 2 is L is there. So L will be printed. Okay. Now L will be printed. Now the same L can you get by using like this. What is meant by B? B is nothing but A of 2. Just copy the same A of 2 here and paste it here. Then you don't need to assign to a variable also. Directly you can print like this. Right? This is called as functional programming. Functional programming means you don't need to assign that one. Directly it is first it will calculate A of 2. Within the A of 2 again 2 will be taken that position. Is that clear? Next, the most important concepts are the lists are mutable. What is meant by mutable, miss? Most important question and 100% guaranteed interview question within the Python. If they're asking any questions related to Python, miss, 100% this question they are going to ask. What is the difference between mutable and immutable? There are two things are there, mutable and immutable. Okay, so everyone will say as a shortcut, sir, where we can change the elements, where we can't change the elements. But the answer is wrong. You have to say not only just with respect to that, you have to clearly say that where we can change the element or items or values within the same object. If you are able to change the value within same object, then it is called as mutable. If you can't change the values within the same object, if you use the word of same object within the same object, if you can't change the values, then it is called as immutable object, which is example is tuple. There is one more object called as tuple. Example is list. Right? So here this is a mutable and this is immutable. Mutable means where you can change the values. For example, a of, first we are going to see what is in the a of 1. What is there in the a of 1? A is equal to 10, 25, 20.5, hello. In the a of 1, what is there? That is 20.5 is there. A of 1 is nothing but 20.5. Now this a of 1, I want to replace this 20.5, I want to replace with 30.5. First I am going to calculate what is there in the a of 1. And I want to replace now a of 1 is equal to 30.7. Means whatever in that position is there, I want to replace. And I want to ask what is the a, miss. Now it has been replaced with respect to 20.5 has been replaced with 30.7. Sir, how it is going to work? First, it is going to create an object like this in the list object, where it is going to make with respect to the first one as 20. Second one, that is first one is 10, 20.5 and hello. These are the three elements will be stored in the list object and within the A, where the index position was given as 0, 1, 2, -1, -2 and -3. Now we are what we are asking is, we are writing the code of a of 1 is equal to 30.7. So first right side part will be executed, that is 30.7 will be replaced in the a of 1. So whenever you ask this question, it will check whether the a is mutable object or immutable object. Since a is a mutable object, since it is a list object, it is a mutable. It is going to check whether this a is a mutable or immutable. First, that is the thing it is going to check. Now, since it is a mutable object, what it is going to do is, it is going to go here and erase. It is having the eraser. It is going to erase like this, and it is going to replace that value with 37 like this. It is going to do like this. If it is a mutable object, the same thing for an immutable object means it is going to throw an error that I can't replace this one. So since the list is a mutable object, so it is getting replaced. That is the thing of with respect to list, where you can replace the value. Replacement can be possible. Some alteration, either it is a replacement, alteration, you can do some alteration. Okay, alter, you can do some alter. That is alteration you can do. This alteration or something modification, if you are able to do the modification or alteration, everything are same, one and only same. What is this modification means? One, you can add the elements in the list. You can add the elements in a list. You can remove the elements in the list. You can remove them. That too within the same object, by not by creating the new object. The third one is you can replace the elements. The elements or values or items, everything is same.
Some people will call it as element. Some people will call it as item. Some people will call it as value. Everything is same, one and only same. Right? So you can do the add, remove, and replace. These three things can be done in the list. Okay. So let us go into detail of everything. List is equal to 1, 2, 4. Okay. First string of 1, string of 2, string of 4, like this I'm having. Now I want the length of list. I want the length. Total length means len. Length function gives you the total number of elements in that particular object. Total number of items in that object. Whatever the object you have given in that object. You have given the len of lst. LST I have given the list of these things. So total it is going to consist of 3 items. So it is going to print me 3. Is that clear? So total how many elements are there? It is going to just give the total number of elements. Length function gives you the total number of elements or total number of items in the given list. Okay. Now next one is append. List dot append. So now we are going to use list dot we are going to use. This dot, whatever the dot we are going to use, this is called as method. This is called as methods. What is meant by methods means methods are used for only the particular data type. If the methods are used for only particular data type means they are called as methods. This append function you can't use for another data type. Okay. What is the difference between a function and a method is the interview question. What is the difference between a method and a function? Function is nothing but, for example, print is the function. ID is the function. Okay. Input is the function. Int of is the function. Length is the function. These are all the functions. These functions works irrespective of data type. Irrespective of data type, if they work means they are called as functions. They are called as functions. Now, if like append, like next one is insert, extend, remove, dot, that to dot. You have to apply dot, and before dot you have to write the data type. Whatever the data type or whatever the object type you have to write. Now these are called as with respect to methods. Methods means they work for that particular data type only. You can't apply this method to another data type. List only, list dot append only will work. Int dot append, if you ask me, it is going to throw an error. What is int? What is append? For int, how you can do the append? It is going to throw an error. So the functions which are used for that particular type, for any particular data type, the functions which are used for any particular data type, they are called as methods. Okay. Methods means that is the one. Okay. So they are applicable only for that particular data type. It is not applicable for out of the data type. Then it is called as methods. Right? Now, list dot append of 5. List dot append of 5. 5 means it is going to do the append function. It is going to work the append function. What is the append function? Means append function will add the element or item at the end only. Whatever the item you are going to give, it is going to add at the end. It is going to add at the end. No, sir, I don't want to add at the end. I want to add at a particular position. For example, this 3 is the value which I want to add in the index position of 2. Then you have to use the function called as insert. Whereas append, by default, it is going to add at the end only. Add at end only. It can't add at the middle position or whatever the position you want. By default, it is going to add at the end only. Every time, whatever the value you are writing here, inside the append, whatever the value you have written, that value will be added at the end. Right? Now, if you want to insert certain value in a certain position, then you are going to use the concept called as insert. List.insert. You are going to apply the concept of insert. And in this insert, you are going to take this value. This value will be inserted in this position, that to index position. This insert function was designed in such a way where you have to give two things. Two inputs you have to give. One is your value and one is with respect to index number. This was designed in such a way. Okay. So this value will be stored in this particular index number. Okay. It is going to store. You see, of here we are having index 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is going to create in the two index. It is going to insert. Insert means new value. It is not replacing. Replace means you have to use the is equal to symbol. If a of 2, if you write like this, then it is going to replace. If you write like this means just it is going to insert only. It is not going to replace. Okay. Now, sir, drive link not sent on the mail yesterday. I already have shared in the chat box, and once again at the end I will be sharing you on the chat box. Click on the link or whatever I have given in the chat box and save it. Okay. Next one. Next, what will happen to the previous value on that position? Just it will be moving. Next question by one of the person in the online is, sir, what if I insert this one? What happens? Means first it is having 1, 2, 4 and 5. Before to that, it is having a list of elements like this. Now what it is going to do, it is going to insert at the index position 2. What it is going to do means it is going to create a new box like this. In this, it is going to write the value of 3. That is the meaning of insert. Sir, I want to replace. I don't want to insert here. I want to replace this, whatever the number of 4 is there. This I want to replace means then you have to write that LST. Variable name is LST. LST of 2, that is 0, 1, 2. This 2 is equal to, you have to write the thing as 3 like this. Then the 3 will be replaced in this position. Means this is going to erase this one and it is going to write the 3 like this. Whenever you are using the is equal to means assign to that particular value. Here you are not writing as remove or replace. You are writing as insert. Insert means it is going to create one more box like this. And it is going to store this value. Is that clear? And if you want to remove, I have shown you how to add. I have shown you how to add by using append function or by using the append is used or by using with respect to insert is used. These two options are used for adding. And I have shown you how to replace. Replace is nothing but you have to use the equal to symbol. And this value will be replaced in this particular position. That is called as replace. Now I'm going to show you the remove option. In the remove, how to remove a value means we are having two options. One is called as remove and one is called as pop. Remove is removed based on the value. It is going to remove the value. Pop is going to remove based on the index number. Okay. So here if you write list.remove of 5 means it is going to check in the given list 5 is available or not. F5VE. Yes, available. It is going to remove that one. Pop means it is going to remove this index position. What is there in the index position 0 and 1? First position, what is there? That is 2 is there. So this 2 will be deleted. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. This part will be deleted. That is index position. It is working on the index position. One is remove and one is pop. Remove removes based on the values. In the bracket, you have to give the value name. If you write instead of like this, if you have written the 1 here, it is going to check whether number 1 is available or not. It is going to check as value wise. It is not going to consider as the index wise. It is going to check as value wise whether this is available or not. And if it is available means okay. If it is not available means it is going to throw an error that what is 1? Where is 1? Value error. Value error means that particular value is not available in the given list. In the given object, that particular value is not available. That is value error. Is that clear? So remove is going to work on the value wise. Here, whatever you have inserted in the brackets, it is considered as the value, and it is going to check in the given data value is available or not. According to that, it is going to work. Whereas pop will work based on the index number. Next one is with respect to list dot reverse. List dot reverse. Reverse means in the entire list, whatever the list is there, it is going to interchange the positions. The last one will come into the first position. First one will go into the last position. So it is going to just make in the reverse order, irrespective of whatever the value. For example, I have taken a list. List is equal to, sir, 1, 15, 2, 98, 44, something I have taken like this. Now I ask the list dot reverse. L dot reverse means it is going to give me 44, 98, 2, 15, and 1. Just it is going to do the reverse only, but it is not going to sort in ascending order or descending order. Just it will do the reverse direction. Okay, it is just applying the reverse direction. The backend code of this is L of -1 to all with -1. Just it is similar to reverse of the string. This is the reverse of the list. This is the backend code of the reverse. Okay, so like this, the reverse function will work, and it is going to give the answer of this. So here I'm having the list of 3 values. So just the 3 values will be reversed, right? And there is a count, list.count. This is one more available, list.count, where it is going to count how many ones are there, how many ONE are there in the given list, how many are there. Just it is going to count. If 2 things are available means 2 times, 3 are there means 3, 4 are there means 4. Repetition is allowed in the list. A list can have the repeated values, that is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, and string of SRK. Something like a list can be created like this, where the repetition of values also allowed. So if I ask a list of count of, in this case, 1, it is going to say how many ones are there in the given list means 3 are there. It is going to give output like this. Is that clear? And next one is list 2. List 2 is equal to 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to create a new list. Now list 1, what is there in the first list? That is 4, 3, 1. This one is there, right? For this, I'm going to append the list 2. Append means I'm going to add this one in the original list. Now what happens? See, 4, 3, 1, and this is the entire list was added as a single element at the end. So whatever you have given in the append, it is going to add as it is. You have given the list means a list of elements also will be added as a single element. Append is used to add a single element only. Append is going to add only a single element. It is not going to add the multiple elements. If you want to add, as sir, for example, I want to append 4, 5, 6. I want to append 3 values. Then you can't use the append. Then at the time you have to use extend. When you want to add multiple values at a time, at the end, if you want to add at a time, then you have to use the word extend. The extend is going to add as a individual element wise. See, 5, 6. Sir, what is the difference between append and extend? Means append is going to add as a list of elements, whereas extend will be adding as a individual elements. So you have to use extend like this, extend of a list of 4, 5, 6. Now what it is going to do? 4 will be added individually separately, 5 will be added separately, 6 will be added separately into this list. Whatever the list it is going to have, that will be extended. Is that clear, guys? The list concepts. Any questions? If you have any questions, please ask me. Now, example, L is equal to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, first one, I'm going to use the append, L dot append of a list of 1, 2. Now, what happens? What would be the output of L? It is going to have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, a list of 1, 2 as a single element will be added like this. A list also will be added as a single element. It is going to consider like this. Right? Now, if you use for L dot append, again, you are going to take the same L. For the same L, you are going to use instead of append, you are using extend. If you are using extend of 1, 2, then it is going to take 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That is the difference between these two. If you want to add multiple elements, that to individually means you have to use the extend. If you want to add as a their list only means you have to take like this. That is the difference between append and extend. So now L dot remove. Remove means it is going to work on the value wise. L dot remove of 1. If I write 1 means which value will be removed? This value or this value or this value? Which value will be removed? 3 values are there because ones are 3 are there. That is L dot count of 1. If I ask means I'm going to get 3 values. Now if I ask L dot remove of 1 means which value will be removed? Means the first value will be removed. The first value will be removed. The first one, wherever the first one is there, that will be removed. The remaining ones will be as is. Is that clear? Only the first element will be removed. Sir, I want to remove the multiple elements, multiple ones, wherever the one is there, everything should be deleted. Everything should be deleted means, then how I have to work means that by working by using the loop concept. That we'll be seeing in the further. As of now, the remove is used to remove only one value only. It can't remove the multiple values at a time. Is that clear, guys? Now, here the list can have even an empty also. This is called as an empty list. If empty square brackets are there, then it is called as an empty list. A list can be an empty also. For example, you have deleted everything one after everything. Okay. So for example, I have taken 1, 2, 3, a list of 1, 2, 3. L dot remove of 2. I have done first 2. L dot remove of 3. I have removed 3. After removing 2, I am having only the output as 1, 3. After removing 3 also, I am having a list of 1. Now L dot remove of 1. I have removed the first one also. So empty list. Finally, nothing will be there. Sir, empty list is possible. Here, if you want to delete the entire variable, you have to use concept called as del. D-E-L. Del. Del is used to remove the variable or object. Now del of L, if you write like this, now the entire object will be deleted. Sir, what is the meaning of this? Let us understand clearly. A list is equal to a list of like this. So object will be created in which 1, 2, 3 will be there. Okay. Now list dot remove of 2 means it is going to remove the 2. This is will be removed. Now it is going to consist of 1 and 3 like this. The object will be like this. After writing this one, the object will be like this, an empty box with 1. Next, after this writing, it is going to be an empty object like this. There will be no rectangular box inside that, just an empty. Now, if you use the word of del L, now this entire object will be deleted. Eraser will be there and it is going to erase. Any variable, if you want to delete means you are going to use by del L, del, by using the concept of del. Del is going to use the deleting the objects. Right? Now, empty list. you can assign the empty list. L is equal to empty list. I have taken empty list like this. This is an empty. So what is the backend? It is going to create a box like this, and it is going to keep the name of L. The object is created with empty. None of the value is there. Now I want to add into this L dot append of 1 means first 1 will be added. It is going to open the box and it is going to save 1. Next, I'm going to write L dot append of 2. Next, I have written first line is completed, second line. This is in the next line. 2 means it is going to create 2 like this. And L dot append of 3. This it is going to create one more box and it is going to save 3. Like this, it is going to add at the end. Every time at the end, it is going to add. In this way, you are going to add the values in the list. If you want to add a single value. No, sir. The same thing I want to add as at a time. That is empty list. You are going to take empty object, empty list. Okay. And L dot extend. You are going to use extend in this 1, 2, 3 as a list. If you give like this, what it is going to have means it is going to create an object with 1, 2, 3 in a single line. It will be completed. Append is used to add the single elements, whereas extend is used to add the multiple elements that to individually, not as a set. Is this question is clear? Rohit Jain, how to add the multiple elements in empty list? Is your question is clear? Any questions, guys? If you have any questions, you can please ask me. Append and extend difference. I have shown you, right? L dot append of a list of 1, 2, 3. If you ask like this, a list is empty. Okay. Or you are having 1, 2. Already 1, 2 is there in the list. Let us assume in the list already you are having 1, 2, and you want to append a list of 4, 5, 6. And L dot append of again list of 4, 5, 6. Instead of append, this time I'm going to use extend. You want the difference between these two, right? So write the same thing here. First, you take L is equal to list of 1, 2. Write this one. Okay. After writing this one, now L dot append. Use the word of append. And in this bracket, you take the list of multiple values 1, 2, that is 4, 5, 6. You write this one. Okay. Now you check the answer. Similarly, you are going to take one more with the same thing. Instead of this one, you select the extend. Now you'll understand the difference. So if I write like this, what happens? If I write like this, what happens? Now let us see. If you write like this, first step, first line, list is equal to a box of 1, 2 will be there. This is first line. First line code answer is this one. Now the second line code, when you have written the second line, it is going to convert to like this. 1, 2, and the third value will be list of 4, 5, 6. This is the third element. Now in this list, total how many elements are there? Means only 3 elements will be there. That is index number 0, 1, 2 only. 3 elements are there. If you ask the count of L, if you ask the length function, if you ask the length of L, it is going to give you answer as 3 only. So let us see, let us observe. And if you are asking the L, print L, if you ask the print L value. Now see, total how many elements are there inside this means you ask length function, length of L. If you ask means it is going to say total 3 elements only is there. This is the first element, second element, and this entire list as the third element. Total 3 elements are there. Now the same thing you ask here in this. Instead of append, you use the extend and print of L. If you ask the print of L, it is going to print like this. This is the above code, right? Now whenever you are using the extend, it is going to take the first value, it will be of 1 comma 2, that is like this. From here it is going to convert to like this, that is 1, after 2, after that it is going to take 4, after that 5, after that 6. It is going to create like this individually. Now if you ask the print L, it is going to have, see, 4, 5, 6. Now if you ask what is the length of L, the same thing if you ask here, it is going to have total 5 elements. Total 5 elements. Length of L means total 5 elements will be there. Right? That is the difference between these two. Extend and list. Extend and append. Sir, can we say that extend is an append function working on the iterable? Yes. Iterable, concept of iterable only it is going to work, but as of now I don't know what is meant by iterable. Till I explain that word of iterable, I can't know. Because you are already familiar with Python, you know that iteration or iterable, what is the meaning of that. For others, it is going to be confused, right? So I'm not going to apply now that one. Clear, guys? Any questions? So that is the end of the day for today, and we'll continue tomorrow. And in tomorrow's class, we'll see the next level data types, that is tuples, sets, and dictionaries. Right? And we'll continue with the next. Yeah, I'm going to upload the notes. So Rohit is asking, sir, can you please send the links where the recorded classes